I love you deeply. Like, y'all hold me down. I fuck with you like heavy. Like, first things first, I want to get into Trim. Apparently, y'all know Trim. She just been getting carried away. She has been getting carried away, and people are enabling her antics. Okay, she said that she thinks Nicki Minaj should retire. She said if you're 40 years old and you still rapping, you need to give it up because you're basically washed up. You know, the girl got 2 TikTok hits, not even hits, 2 TikTok trends. All of a sudden, she thinks that she Taylor Swift, Madonna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj herself. People are online enabling us. They're saying things like this to Trim. They're saying things like, I love this little girl so much. The audacity to steal from Nicki Minaj, steal her whole persona, and not even care. Why is this something to brag about? Why are you happy she's stealing from Nicki Minaj? I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. But, you know, let's be real. The people who support Trim and trying to prop her up against Nicki or prop her up to be better than Nicki, they're not even Nicki Minaj fans. So their opinions don't really matter, you know. But I really don't understand why you all would want that. Like, y'all don't, like, this is why the industry is so trash now. Y'all are propping up copycats. Like, y'all are propping up people who, like, it's one thing to be inspired by, but you are literally copying Nicki Minaj. And that makes it okay for us to not have any originality or any good music. Because y'all just, like, promoting people who are trash. Okay, is Trim trash? She's not trash, but she's good because she's copying an icon. She's decent because she's copying Nicki Minaj. So calling Trim trash is like saying, oh, Nicki Minaj is trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. But Trim's method of copying Nicki Minaj, that's trash. Okay, but the music is giving Nicki Minaj copycat. So it can't be but so bad because Nicki makes dope music. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all? But also, I want to get to the C2, right? You know, all the girls copy Nicki. What happens in 5 years when everybody is wearing pink wigs and copying Roman? Like, no, like everybody's doing that. Like, imagine what that looks like. Like, what is that gonna look like? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing too much. Actually, I'm not doing too much because it needs to be called out. And I don't care who mad. Get mad. What is going on? What are we going to do in 5 to 10 years when everybody is saying raw like a Dungeon Dragon and calling themselves a Barbie in 10 years? Everybody can't be a Barbie. Some of y'all give bobblehead. Some of y'all give Bratz doll. Some of y'all give Cabbage Patch doll. Some of y'all give Bird. Like, all y'all can't be a Barbie. And that's why y'all stuff won't stick because you're not being authentic. Forbes has officially crowned Beyonce as a billionaire. Forbes confirms Beyonce's billionaire status on their latest Icon Class 50 issue. Everybody's clapping, the Beehive is happy. I mean, if your favorite artist charged you $1,500 to sit on the roof of a stadium, I mean, she should be a billionaire 5 years ago. I mean, I don't know why this is a gag. Okay, I mean, I'm not surprised Beyonce's a billionaire. Because she got Sacred now, she got her Parkway Entertainment company that she owns and runs. You know, I'm not surprised she's a billionaire. But Beyonce doesn't really brag about it like that, you know? Jay-Z did. He said, what's better than one billionaire, too? And, you know, they both are billionaires. But in my personal opinion, though, I think it's about time. If Taylor Swift could be a billionaire for music, Beyonce definitely can. And no shade, but Beyonce was here before Taylor Swift. So I'm not gagged. You know, Rihanna, well, that's different. Rihanna different. She had a business that became successful. But congrats to B. You know, a lot of people are, you know, becoming billionaires for music now. I wonder if Drake is next. Drake should definitely be next. Okay, I can see him become a billionaire for music. He has the mindset and the skills to make it to be a billionaire. Yes, Drake does. Moving on to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, social media is clocking that, you know, Partisan Fontaine and Cardi B were up here in the studio together. That's when a fan says, and y'all want me to think that her and Megan are really friends? Okay, as you all know, Partisan Fontaine is Megan's ex, but Cardi B still works with Partisan Fontaine. And mind you, you all may say, well, you know, that's just her ex. No, the ex fallout was drama. When Megan and Partisan Fontaine fell out, it was a mess. It was a diss track that he made to her. It was crazy. It was cheating allegations. It was insane. But I think Partisan Fontaine may have a contract with Atlantic Records to write for Cardi B. You know, I don't think, like, you know, Cardi B can just, you know, decide if she wants Partisan Fontaine there or not. I think she's under contract with him, okay, to make music. Let's just be real. You know, if you are a label and you see this man has wrote hits for you that got #1 and millions of dollars, you're going to want to put that man on contract. You know what I'm saying? Get that coin from him. No shade. And sadly, it's kind of sad how, you know, she has to have assistants to make music. But we're going to see. You know, Cardi B's supposed to be gearing up to do a Latin album. She wants to do an international album. You know what I'm saying? She wants to do an album for her culture. That's supposed to be coming out, I think, next year, she said. I don't know. But Partisan Fontaine, he don't make music for that. That's not his lane, you know? So we're going to have to get Bad Bunny's writers in there if he has them and have them write for her. No shade. You know, she can't write anything by herself. But on a serious note, though, yeah, y'all. Megan and Cardi B are not really friends. All these girls are industry friends, y'all. Like, I have to keep telling y'all this. They're industry friends. Therefore, that means that they have to fake cool for money and clicks and views. Fake cool for hits. Fake cool for attention. And, you know, I would not be surprised if Partisan and Cardi B be gossiping about Megan Thee Stallion. I would not be surprised if Cardi and Party be talking mess about Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. Some just tell me, like, they just be in there kikiing about Megan, calling her all types of hoes and all types of slow girl, you know, all types of mess, all types of desperate. I just can see it. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion, social media is discussing her new song. As you all know, she has a new song coming out that's dissing Klay Thompson. And the song is basically saying, like, you know, this dude ain't ish, dudes ain't ish. And that's the lyrics on the song. She says all that wifey stuff is dead. Then that's when somebody says, I don't know, man. This is giving very much hurt hoe vibes, but whatever. I mean, we been knew Megan Thee Stallion was hurt when she made that post. You know, Klay Thompson, he's somewhere, I don't know, sleeping with other girls, talking to other girls, while Megan Thee Stallion is somewhere in her feelings. okay, hurt and depressed. But me personally, my opinion, I do think that when it comes down to Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, I've been told you it was never gonna work. Okay, so of course she's hurt. She puts her all into one man and then gets crazy. But I guess he was selling her dreams too. But let's talk, right? Do you all feel like Megan is a hurt hoe? I don't know. I think she is. And it sounds mean because like damn, like hurt hoe, that sounds crazy. But it's just real, and the truth hurts. The truth always hurts. All right. But could this song be her comeback? I played the snippet. No, the song is not gonna be her comeback era. The song is not good at all. The song is not gonna be anything that's like, trending. I mean, it may get like views in the first 2 days. All Megan's music gets views in the first 2 days, maybe 3 days. But long term, it comes and goes, child. Comes and goes. But it's okay to be a hurt hoe. At least she's admitting she's a hurt hoe. At least she's admitting it. At least she's owning up to it. Megan didn't say she didn't care. She knows that she cares. She's owning up to caring. That's why she has this song out called That Dudes Ain't Ish. Okay, she knows that. She knows she hurt. And she loves this because this is a part of her brand. A part of her brand now has become sympathy. Feel bad for me. So all her music has to align with that. And if it doesn't, she doesn't have people supporting her because people only can support Megan Thee Stallion if it comes to something bad for her. But when it comes to just genuine supporting her for her music and her career, they don't do that. Only when it's drama happening or she's fighting somebody or in court, everybody up in arms for her. No. Moving on to Chris Brown. Chris Brown is teasing his deluxe version of his new album, Brown Deluxe. It's called The Chocolate Edition. 10 new songs, June 19th, and everybody's going crazy. Am I excited? No, I'm not, because this Brown album, after listening to it fully and, letting it marinate, it isn't really... I've heard this before. It isn't the worst music in the world, but it's not anything profound to where we have to make a deluxe, in my personal opinion, okay? But now let's talk, right? Do you all feel like Chris Brown's music is kind of declining? Do you all feel like the music is not really hitting anymore? Or do you all feel like Chris Brown is doing what he needs to do? Doing what he wants to do? And who is excited for the deluxe, okay? Who is? Comment down below if you're excited. If you're not excited, I get it. It's okay, I understand, but okay, I get it. But, people are in the comments trying to spew the Chris Brown hate. Like, I told y'all before on my channel, people make hating Chris Brown an entire identity. They make it their entire personality. And I always hate that because it's cringy. Because none of the comments about Chris Brown, y'all apply to Trey Songz. Y'all apply to these other men in the industry who have the same exact allegations. But for some reason, Chris Brown is the only one that y'all want to... I'm not saying that he can't be held accountable when it's necessary, but come on now. But I'm seeing y'all who hate Chris Brown in the comments saying, oh, we ain't streaming. You weren't streaming anyway, so your opinion doesn't matter. Like the haters don't matter anyway. But yes, comment down below. Who is ready for the chocolate edition of Brown? I wonder why you call it chocolate. He not chocolate. He vanilla. He vanilla. Moving on to Baby Mama Latto. Miss Big Mama is projected to debut in the top 20 on the Billboard 200 chart, and she's gonna be selling 34,000 units first week, placing her at 16, not including her pop-up sales. They said it will mark as the highest opening week sales she's achieved for an album in her career. That's a flop. You're a flop, sis. This is the highest you got, and you had this crazy rollout. Mind you, Latto's album photo on Instagram had over 1 million plus likes. This is a very low conversion rate. This is an awful low conversion rate. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing rate. All right? This type of stuff that you don't tell your kids will happen in 10 years. Do not tell your child ever, Latto, your first week sales. Please don't, because your child will be embarrassed. Okay? Imagine your child go to school and, your child says, okay, my mommy is Latto. My mommy is Latto. Oh, yeah? How much she sold first week? 30K? Your mama flop, bitch. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, can you imagine your child in kindergarten? That's what happens? Like, kids are mean these days. You want me to say, that's not going to happen? No, it is going to happen because kids are mean and kids are very real and they get aggressive. And, I'm just being honest, y'all. Kids will really go in, okay? But let's talk, right? Do you all feel like this album is Grammy worthy? I've seen some Latto fans say, oh, Latto deserves a Grammy for this album. She deserves, to be number one. If she deserved to be number one, guess where she would be at? Exactly, number one. So obviously she doesn't deserve it. Also, too, right? I want us to understand, too, why are we acting as if Latto was going to do anything more than 30K? Like, I want to also have that conversation. I'm seeing people call her a flop because of this. Latto isn't going to be selling 50K, 60K first week. That's not her number. She never was going to have that. That's just not what she does, People are in the comments acting surprised and gagged. Like, baby, she got 2 million streams on launch day. Like, that's not a gag. Moving on to my homegirl, Cherry. My sister, her new album, You, Me, and My Ego, is featured on the Fader's 30 best albums of this year so far. Congrats to my sister. They said her long percolating debut, You, Me, and My Ego, is a love letter to herself, cheekily assured, but never too arrogant. Period, sis. We love it. We love it over here. I'm so happy she's getting her recognition that she finally deserves. She's been signed to the Weeknd's label for like 4 years now, but this is her first full album. So I'm happy to see that she's getting some traction. Her song Main Character was kind of viral a few months ago. Now her new album's out and people are streaming it. So give it a stream if you haven't already and tell her I sent you. Hey, Jay-Z, take off that lace front, boo. But anyway, Jay-Z's hairstylist has debunked the rumor that he wears lace fronts. She says it is not a lace front, so cut it out. Then she starts laughing. Sweetie, it is lace front. You can just tell by the way it sits on his head, okay? And plus, the way the hair is looking, like, it's just, come on now. It looks too good. It looks too good. That fro looks too healthy. You know what I'm saying? Typically, as you get older, your hair typically splits and stuff and all that, shedding and all that. He either got that or he got some extensions in his head. No shade. And even if he don't got extensions, he has it in now because I said so. Ow, 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 ow. Moving on to Nicki Minaj, y'all. Fans are calling out Nicki Minaj because they say that Nicki Minaj's diss stunk so bad that she got Jay-Z's PR team and his hairdresser working overtime to debunk the lace front allegation. That is very true. That's how you know them disses be sticking. When the diss stick, that means that people are trying to debunk it and clear it up. No shade. I'm just being real, Nicki. What she said sticks. So here's your crown, queen. You deserve the crown. Okay. Now listen here, y'all. So I feel like people are saying that Nicki Minaj sent a cease and desist to Jay-Z. So I don't know. That's true. I'm also seeing T that says that Nicki has a diss track coming out. I'm seeing people say that Jay-Z has a, he's going to start sabotaging Nicki some more. Now, it's just, I'm hearing so much noise. I don't know what to believe anymore when it comes to the Jay-Z Nicki Minaj situation. Like, no shade, I'm hearing so much ruckus and so much, like, tea from all types of insiders and this person and this person. It's like, okay, hold on, y'all. What's going on? What is she going to do? What's her plan? What's her plan of action? Okay? Hopefully she has one of her connections get Jay-Z. Nicki is very connected now in the industry and politics. I mean, she was connected before, but she's connected to a whole different industry, whole different side of the industry. So hopefully one of her connects can, pull some strings, get Jay-Z his karma, okay? Because we don't like that BS. What Summer Walker say? Not to feel, I'm just karma. Let me dance for you. Now I'm seeing some clown-ass bitches on my timeline saying that Nicki Minaj basically stole Jay-Z's entire concept, okay? They said the way she straight up copied Jay-Z's entire album concept, but her fans will look you dead in the eyes and diminish his legacy, all right? And they're saying that because, Jay-Z has the blueprint, Nicki Minaj has the pink print. Now, in my personal opinion, Nicki Minaj was once a fan. She was once inspired by Jay-Z. She was once, a supporter of Jay-Z until she got the truth, until the truth started to come out, okay? Until the facts started to come to the surface. Same thing with Drake. All Young Money loved Jay-Z at a certain point in time. But until the reality started to hit, that's when Nicki started to change her ways. I don't know why y'all acting as if somebody can't be a fan once and then realize that the person who they're a fan of is sabotaging them and then, doesn't want to pay them for their title deal or, is stopping their bag in certain ways or signing ops to their management companies, aka Rock Nation, to go against Nicki and using Megan Thee Stallion as a pawn, allegedly, to try to dethrone Nicki, fueling the hate train. Like, all those things, it's a valid reason as to why Nicki isn't rocking with Jay-Z. And typically, the most deepest beefs come from people who are once cool, come from people who are once cordial, come from people who are once fans. Beef really stems from we once had a sort of bond, whether it was, distant, close, something. It's always from that point. So y'all can't act as if like, oh, Nicki, she a fan, now she beefing with Jay-Z and it's on her fault now. No, that's not how it is, okay? Let's not play weird. Let's just not be weird, okay? But my question is, how can Beyonce sit back and just let this stuff happen? Like, she just sits back and just says nothing. She doesn't address anything. She just kind of lets stuff happen. Like, why isn't Beyonce, standing up for herself? Even when she was getting cheated on, her sister had to do that damage in the elevator while she's sitting still like a robot. Like, Beyonce, your man is doing X, Y, and Z. Your man is da-da-da. Why are you not, like, speaking up in some way or in some way? Like, it's like she just has no brain. Like, Beyonce, come to the front. What's going on, sis? Moving on to Casino and R-Star. Latto and R-Star are rumored to have a collaboration titled Show Me on the official 2026 FIFA World Cup album. Yes. The track has not officially been confirmed, though. But it's been confirmed today because officially it has came out, it has been announced. So congrats to R-Star and Latto. But I'm also happy for R-Star. Latto doesn't deserve this. Latto can't even get her own music chart. Why would FIFA use her as a promotional tool for the FIFA World Cup album? Like, you wasting your money and wasting your budget and wasting your time. That's the problem now. Y'all be picking anything, okay? Latto should not have been picked. But congrats to my sister Ara. Yes, I love her. I like her music, Tyler or R-Star, not to be messy, but I prefer Tyler only because I feel like Tyler's music is better to me. But I think Ara makes really, 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 her music is very inspiring, and it's also as impactful as Tyler, but I think Tyler just has better music, in my opinion. Let's talk, let's chat. What's your opinion on that? Moving on to Bad Girl Riri. Rihanna was seen flying commercial. Yes, she was on Canada Airlines. They said Rihanna flew from Toronto to Montreal on Air Canada and was incredibly sweet with all the crew. People are saying, Rihanna, are you going broke? What's going on with you, sis? Are you losing your fortune? Is your money low? They say Rihanna wants to be normal so badly. She always wants to act as if she's not a celebrity. Rihanna, you're too famous for this. Your house just got shot up not too long ago. Why are you flying with the regular people? What is tea? Now, y'all, what's wrong with flying commercial? That's how you keep your wealth. You keep your money by doing the little cheap stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Rihanna, when you get rich like Rihanna or anybody like that, your money, it's not your identity. It's not, you don't look at your money and, okay, I have all this money, I need to be like this. If you're smart, if you're humble, okay? But Rihanna is a very humble person. So, her money isn't going to make her do this because of ego. Like, ego is the biggest liar, because it's something ego is fake. Ego is fake. It's a fake thing used to, shield how you really feel about your life or yourself or things. And, Rihanna doesn't operate out of ego. She operates out of genuinely how she wants to move. And I respect that. I love that. Also, they're saying that she's a billionaire, wealthy, flying commercial. That's humility right there. It sure is. They say she's trying so hard to not be a celebrity. I think she just wants to be free. She just wants to be free. And I respect that, but I'm not mad at her for flying commercial. What's wrong with that, y'all? Y'all gotta stop being so messy. I know the Navy are concerned about her safety. They're more so concerned about who's on that plane with her. But, she's okay. She'll be all right. You know, Rihanna, she's protected. You know, I know she's protected. I know she'll be good. Okay, she's okay. The fans are ready for Tinashe's new era. Her song "Too Easy" teaser is now the most reached promotional video on X, achieving the milestone in just 24 hours. So it's going crazy for her. People are here for Tinashe. I'm here for her too. She has been doing music for a long time, y'all. A very, very, very long time. Like, it's insane how long she's been going at this, and she hasn't given up. That just shows you cannot quit. You cannot quit. I feel like real artistry is coming back. Well, sort of, kind of. Real artistry is coming back. And Tinashe, she has a place for her music to live in now. She has a place for her music to land, and people are gonna like it. People are definitely gonna support it for sure. Because I know I will. I will definitely be supporting Tinashe's new music. Too Easy, coming soon. Who finna be supporting it with me? Comment down below if you're gonna support it with me. If you're not supporting it, I don't even want you in my face. Bye. Bye. Because we love Tinashe over here. We love Tinashe over here, okay? Say I'm pretty like Tinashe. Hey, what Nicki say? He won the 69 like Takashi, call him papi, word to ASAP, call me Rocky, pretty like Tinashe. Hey. I wanna say you need me, baby. Drake's Iceman is set to spin a third straight week at #1 with 174,000 units. It will be the first rap album to do so since October 2024. Isn't that GNX? Ooh. Ooh. No, but congrats to Drake, though. I'm proud of Drake. Drake is showing up for himself, doing his music, doing his big one. And, you know, the reason why I'm proud of Drake is because why I don't think this music is anything that's crazy, like new or like crazy turning point vibes. It's not anything, you know, revolutionary. 3 albums at one time dropping is not a small thing. That's not small. That is a very big, big thing. So I'm happy that people are still supporting it, even on week 3. You know, week 3 is dope. You know, week 3 is amazing because, you know, by week 3, people typically start to, you know, stop supporting it. But it has 174,000 units even by week 3. So, period. 174K, baby. These girls can't even get 174 in a year. In a year. Oh, that's some scary shit. Moving on to Scary Movie. The Scary Movie is tracking to take #1 spot at the American box office this coming weekend. Who finna see Scary Movie? I might see Scary Movie too, but I don't know. You know, I'm kind of movied out. I've seen Devil Wears Prada 3 times in theaters. Michael Jackson movie twice. Like, the Scary Movie, you may have to wait till next weekend. No shit. I'm kind of like, you know. But let's talk, let's chat, y'all. It's going to be on pace to project to have a $40 million to $50 million domestically on a $35 million budget. Okay, it's already going to be making some profit, period, on the opening. So let's talk, let's chat. Hopefully this movie isn't going to be a social media disaster. You know, we live in a day and age where everybody is so damn sensitive, and the Scary Movie franchise popped off in the early 2000s. So, you know, people are very sensitive these days. You know, certain jokes may not fly, certain jokes may not hit, because people are so caught up in their panties. But no shade, if you're sensitive, if you are so easily triggered, please don't watch this movie. We don't want to hear your opinion. We don't, because, like, come on now, let's just be